Sup, y'all? It's me. It's your boy Asmongold, and today I want to talk to you guys about some pretty big changes that are coming out in, I'm assuming, patch 7.2.5, although one of them is kind of big, and I wouldn't necessarily expect it until 7.3. Now, before I get into it, I do want to say that I'm sorry that I haven't made any videos. It was like 6 days. I thought it was only 3. My friend's been in town this weekend. I've been having a really good time, and I'm sorry I haven't put out any videos. I'm a complete fuck-up. My bad. And at the same time, also, I want to say that I don't want to make videos that don't matter. You know, I don't want to make videos that it's like, yo, Blizzard did a hotfix, shamans have 5% more health. You know, I want to make videos that are cool, that I can add value to, and that people want to watch. And I don't want to waste you guys' time like I'm doing right now. So I want to go ahead and talk about these changes, and then I'll tell you pretty much what I think about them and where I think things are going to go. Now, the first change is a Mythic Plus change. Very, very good idea. I'm pretty sure that somebody very, very smart thought of this. What they're going to be doing now is after you do any dungeon that's above a Mythic Plus 15 whenever TOS comes out, there's going to be an added 40% multiplier to get an extra piece of loot that stacks above 100%. The reason why I'm saying 40% is whenever you actually get to a plus 20, you're going to get 4 guaranteed items out of a dungeon if you're doing a Mythic plus 20, and you'll get a 5th item on top of that if you complete it within a time limit. So if from a 15 you only get 2 items as a baseline, and at 20 you're going to get 4, each different consecutive Mythic plus level above that is going to be a 40% increase in the chance for you to receive an extra item. I don't know if it's going to go up past 20 though. I have no idea. So I'm really glad that they took that idea. I really am, and I think it's going to incentivize to a certain degree playing high level keys. But to a certain extent, you can just do 2 15s probably in the time that it would take you to do a 20. And if you don't make the 20 timer, the 2 15s, if you do make the timer, because if you're going to be doing a 20, you can easily do a 15 within the timer. I think that this change might not necessarily satisfy what they're trying to go for, and they might have to give it a little bit more incentivization than just 2 extra pieces of gear. But we'll see how the scaling goes. And again, this is all in PTR, but I'm really glad that they recognize this as a problem, and they're trying to add in extra rewards beyond the item level ceiling, which, by the way, guys, if you didn't know, in whenever, not really in 7.2.5, whenever Tomb of Sargeras comes out, the item level ceiling for Mythic Plus dungeons is going to go up from 890 right now, from like 10. Yeah, Mythic plus 10, it's going to go up to, let's see, so it'd be 25 more item levels because each one's 5. So that'd be a 915 baseline item. Is that right? Yeah. A 915 baseline items from Mythic plus 15 dungeons whenever Tomb of Sargeras comes out, which maybe is a little bit too high, but I don't know. Either way, that's probably what's going to happen. I'm just kind of guessing there. Either way, though, I'm very glad that they are trying to do something to incentivize that very high level of play and actually giving those people something that's more tangible, like giving them more rewards. So very good change. Might not be enough, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. Also, on top of that, the WoW Armory got updated, which was pretty cool because now my character looks better on the Armory, so whenever people look me up, I don't look like a complete idiot. So I was very glad about that. Some people are saying that it's a little bit more too much, I guess, form over function, which means, for people that don't understand what that, what kind of like that saying is, it's basically people trying to make it look pretty without actually making it useful. I don't know, it seems fine to me. I haven't really looked too much into it, and I think that people that think that it's missing things, there's like 5 of them that are going to notice that. I'm glad with the Armory changes. Maybe there's a couple of other things that they could update or like improve on or iterate on, but this is definitely a really good improvement on the Armory, and it's been long overdue. Also, the tier 19 set bonuses for Nighthold are going to be getting nerfed, as to make the tier 20 Tomb of Sargeras set bonuses and gear more appealing. They don't want to have people going through Nighthold and trying to go for Titanforge lottery gear inside Nighthold. Now, that being said, they've also buffed some of the tier 20 bonuses, and this was more towards nerfing the tier 19 bonuses than buffing the tier 20 bonuses, which is very, very not fun. But I think it's the right decision to make, especially because they're going to have to go through effectively 4 different other tiers of gear between, well, not really 4, but about, I'd say like 3 or so, with like the new Heroic gear, which is going to be really high item level, and then the Mythic gear, and then like high level Titanforge gear from Tomb of Sargeras, which is, I think, going to be item level, was it 955 or something? So it's going to be incredibly high, and with that, if they buff the set bonuses for Tomb of Sargeras to be ridiculously overpowered to where they completely overshadow the Nighthold ones, the power gap and the power increase is going to be insane. So you can see what they're trying to do. Now, from my perspective as a Fury Warrior, having the 2 set bonuses from Nighthold really made Fury playable. It felt like everything flows together. I think Fury right now, if you have all of the best in slot gear for a Fury Warrior, like the 4-piece set bonus, Draft of Souls, Convergence of Fates, the auto attack ring, I guess, the legendary helmet, all of those things, whenever you put them together, I feel like there's a very fluid and good and probably one of the best rotations for Fury that's ever existed. So I'm kind of worried about them changing that at all, but I can see why they want to improve on maybe some other stuff. All that being said, though, if you didn't know, you're going to be able to combine a 4-piece set bonus from Tomb of Sargeras with a 2-piece set bonus from Nighthold, or vice versa, or however you want to set it up, because there's 6 pieces, because the cloak is added to the normal set of 5, the helm, the cloak, the chest piece, the shoulders, the gloves, and the legs. So you can effectively put on a 4-piece and also a 2-piece, so we'll see how that turns out. Now, the most, I guess, controversial change, and I think really the reason that this is so controversial is where it's coming from, is that they're basically adding Hellfire Amulets or Hellfire Rings into WoW. Now, if you don't know what a Hellfire Ring is, or actually it's Hellfire Amulet. Hellfire Ring just gave you, I think, bonus experience or something. But Hellfire Amulets in Diablo 3 unlocked another passive ability for your character. So in Diablo 3, you were only able to have 3 passive abilities. The Hellfire Ring would give you a 4th one. And what these Hellfire, not really Hellfire Rings, well, they're going to be rings. They're legendary rings being added in, I'm assuming, patch 7.2.5. But that's the change that I think might not really make it until 7.3, because I'm going to assume in 7.3, they're going to increase the legendary cap to 3, but I don't know. Anyway, it's great because I've got a lot of shitty ones. I can wear them all together. I think this is good. I think this is interesting, and these rings, these new legendary rings that you're going to have, are going to, what they're pretty much going to do, I'm assuming, by the way, they're going to be like a capstone reward for completing your Class Order Hall questline, because the name of them is like the title that you get from completing Class Order Hall. So like it's the Archmage, the Battle Lord, I don't know, the Super Hunter, the really dangerous Warlock, the Lich King, Death Knight, I don't know. But basically it's the title that you get, and the Warrior one is the Battle Lord. So I think that it'll probably be a capstone reward for your Class Order Hall campaign, but we'll see. It's going to be added either in Argus or in 7.25. And these rings are going to give you access to a specific talent. So the ring itself unlocks that talent. So as an example, for a warrior, maybe it's going to give you access to Dragon's Roar on top of being able to have Frothing Berserker. Or maybe you can have Frenzy and also Inner Rage. So I think this is an interesting change. I think that having items like this that kind of make things more interesting is good. The reason that I think people don't like it is because a lot of people are kind of worried that, and not worried, and this is like a legitimate thing, that a lot of the elements of Diablo 3 have been kind of slowly creeping themselves into World of Warcraft, and a lot of people don't like that. So seeing this item, and basically that's going off of a paradigm from Diablo 3, people get really nervous and they get anxious and they don't like it just because of where it's coming from. But if I look at this objectively without the context, I think it's a pretty good idea, and hopefully they'll be able to make it interesting, rewarding, and actually be able to change gameplay and be something that I honestly think it should be a reward for the Class Order Hall questline as like a capstone reward. I just think that would be a good idea. It'd be something that people could work towards, like a tangible reward that they could work towards and know, like, after I finish this, I get this legendary. I think that would be really cool. But anyway, guys, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. Those are the new changes. That's the new shit. I think it's cool. Honestly, like, you know, I love to complain, right? I do. But these are good changes. I think they're good. I think the Mythic Plus change is a step in the right direction. I think if they made it a little bit more efficient, it would be better. But, and of course, I'm not happy about my tier set getting nerfed, but I can see what they're trying to do, and the Hellfire Rings that they're adding in, I think is going to be cool too. So anyway, I'd be curious to hear you guys' opinion. A lot of people, of course, I mean, this isn't vanilla WoW, so I'm sure some people will be pissed off about that. But for the most part, I think these are some good changes, and hopefully we'll see how things evolve from here. But go ahead and let me know what you think. Thanks. Pretty much it, yeah. It's like I haven't done a video in a week. I don't even know how to end. I'm just kidding. Thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe.